Um, Before we go on anything else, before I forget this, there's something I saw. It was an ad for chicken. I think it was Cane's Chicken, Raising Cane's, whatever. And there's this singer there advertising. Her name was Megan Maroney. I've never heard of this singer before, but then again, there's a lot of singers I've probably never heard of and I really don't give a shit about. But I was sitting there watching this, commercial, and she's like, check out my new song, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I remember when Leanne Rimes got so desperate she was putting out overnight infomercials to sell her one album. But, yeah, like I said, it's like, please tell me this is a gag. Because the more I stared at it, the more I just could not, not see it. Um, and like, I just so wanted to sit down next to this beautiful young blonde hair, blue eyed lady. I think she was blue eyed. I can't remember. And say, ma'am, did you ever think of a name change before you went out to become a singer? And please tell me this isn't a name that you chose, to become a singer. And she'd be like, what? I said, you do realize that if you drop the last letter of your first name and the last two letters of your second name, your last name, that you get the word mega moron. I'm sorry, I just could not unsee it. Mega moron, Megan Maroney, mega moron. I'm like, that is just cannon fodder. Okay, I'm like, oh, I don't know why I saw it. I just did. It just popped into my head as I was watching this ad. I'm like, but yeah, the Firefly thing just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And as the old saying goes, never assume anything because it makes an ass out of you and me. And I'm not kidding. I have seen huge articles up now about the second series that will take place years after the movie and blah, blah, blah. It's like, folks, nobody official has ever said that. It's like watching a brush fire start and you can't put it out. It's like watching a train wreck that you can't, you're signaling Casey Jones and the engine to stop. And they just ain't listening to you. It's like literally slow motion, Matrix type, car crash, you're like, no. And it's like, they just keep going and going and going. And it's like, nobody has said anything about a sequel series. All you had was Nathan Fillion walking up, banging on the door, going, it's time, yada, yada. And like, I think it was Raj put in the comment box the other day, imagine the look on these people's faces come to, because he said, what if it's just like, they're upgrading, the Fireflies things to 4K? Or it's a new, brand new high grade blockbuster, all special edition. It's like, folks, when they did the Firefly 10th reunion, it's like, there wasn't pretty much more ground to cover after that. You did find out that you were supposed to find out in the second series that Inara was dying. And that syringe she had all the way back in the first episode or whatever was not a suicide syringe. It was something quite different. Something mean and nasty. But it's like, it's like when people say, they found canisters somewhere in deepest, darkest Mongambo or whatever, some country. Oh, they found missing episodes. It's the same thing that happens. In a way, we're all prisoners of hope. Okay, we want this to happen. We so have been dreaming about it. And the problem is, somebody starts spoon feeding you some bullshit, and then your mind races and you go nuts. So, I have an eerie feeling that I think it was Raj, I think, called it in the comments yesterday, that it's going to turn out to be a 4K release of the Firefly series. And they're going to put some new, extra special, handy-dandy features on it. Also, a lot of people's minds are racing because of that huge-ass, big-dong mistake they called the Buffy revival. Folks, can't they do anything original anymore? It's like, what's going to be next? They're reviving the frickin' Rockford Files, for crying out loud. The Rockford Files. I remember the Rockford Files from when I was a kid. James Garner, kick-ass fire, it was a Firebird, if I remember right, Pontiac Firebird that he drove around in. So, like I said, I just can't get this fascination with reboots and shit. It's like, but the thing is, yeah, as much as we'd like to see Firefly come back, like I said, a lot of people are just assuming this shit's going to happen. And I have an eerie feeling come the 15th, their hearts are going to get stomped in. Broken, crushed, destroyed, mangled beyond all repair. Because I honestly do not, no one has said a thing about there even being an inkling of this series coming back. And even if it did, how? See, nobody wants to accept the reality that Nathan Fillion's doing The Rookie, Morena Baccarin's doing Sheriff Country, Jewel State is doing Family Law, and so on and so on. Nobody is available to do a series. Oh, okay, that wasn't you? All right, sorry about that. All right. Somebody in the comments made a comment in regard. I'm like, but the thing is with Sliders, it kind of shot itself in the foot. It really did. Especially when they brought the Cro-Mags in. It's like, it just got really silly from there. Plus, Carrie were boning herself up into the lead cast role. And trust me, read that story on how that happened. I think it came down to the gal who played Wade walked into the set, it's her or me, because there was a lot of, back behind the scenes tension going on. And sure enough, because this is what I was told, and it's allegedly, Carrie Werner was boning one of the executives or producers, and that's why she suddenly got the lead role. And yes, this still goes on to this day in Hollywood and other places. Oh, well. So, yeah, that was just thing, yeah. And plus, I wanted to bring that up yesterday about this singer, Megan Maroney. I'm like, mega moron. I can't unsee it. Oh, well. Yeah, I think that's all it's going to be is it's going to be either some kind of quote-unquote reunion, which they've already done before, how many times, or it's going to be, as somebody said in the comments, I thought it was Raj, maybe I was wrong, that's right, the Stargate reboot. It's like, are you shitting me? And please don't tell me, even if you were going to do a Firefly series, conceivably working around these actors' schedules, it's going to be another one of those 8 maybe 10 episode things that's going to happen like every other year if you're lucky. And like Wednesday's ridiculous. They started filming last month, yet it's not going to be out till next year. And the speculation's already running wild on Enid and yada yada yada. Ugh. I know Stargate was incredible, but like I said, you could tell as it got into, so many seasons along, it was starting to fizzle out, and gladly they decided to end it when they did. And Stargate Universe was kind of like, wow, it's Stargate Voyager, Stargate Lost, It was just got really dumb from there. As much as I like Robert Carlyle, it just did not work for me. I never watched Atlantis either, so I just like the original series. I have all the seasons on DVD. I know it's ridiculous, and it's gonna break a lot of people's hearts come the 15th when they realize there's likely not going to be a revival series. And what's pissing me off is you've got all these folks with AI generated articles and shit, and a lot of them are obviously AI generated when you read the synopsis, and it's complete utter bullshit. Nobody's announced anything about a new series of Firefly coming out yet. And not to mention, Joss, I don't believe is involved in all in Buffy, and I highly doubt he'd be involved in anything. Because remember, he got his money, he got out. And as I've told you 1,000 times before, and if you're new to this channel, you're about to hear it for the first time, when Joss Whedon directed The Avengers, and it went over $1 billion, he could have easily walked into any studio in Hollywood and said, I'll direct your next movie, but I want money to produce a Serenity sequel. And he would have gotten it hands down. Even if it was a cheap, low-budget thing, they'd have handed him the money. Because he just directed a $1 billion movie. Which didn't happen very often, back then. Well, that's right. Josh has his own mess to clean up, don't he? Like I said, I got to look into that. I've heard there was some shit going around about Joss Whedon. But he did this, he did that, he's evil. It's like, folks, he wants to get the job done, I don't know if it was anything like sexual. Oh, I said that filthy word you're not supposed to say on YouTube. But I heard that he said he was a real mean ass. And it's like, guys, he's the director. It's his job to be a mean ass. You're basically the drill sergeant trying to keep this troop online. And a lot of people don't like to be told what to do. It's like, I don't like to be told what to do, but shit, if I don't do it, I don't get paid. I know there were some people trying to start shit about Neil Gaiman, and I guess that all collapsed, if I remember correct. And like I said, it's also the same thing where people are still bad-mouthing Kevin Spacey and not bothering to look and realizing that he was acquitted on all charges. And if I remember right, the guys who were claiming he quote-unquote diddled them all turned out, this, if I remember correctly, and trust me, check my brain box on this one, allegedly diddled them, that they allegedly had just made it all up for money. They were trying to blackmail him. So, turns out Kevin Spacey this whole time was completely effing innocent of everything they accused him of. Meanwhile, I die laughing at Hollywood. Yeah, they still wanted Roman Polanski to be allowed to come back to the U.S. after he got literally just about got caught with his hand in an underage children's cookie jars. Ugh. We should forgive him. Yeah, France should have coughed his ass up back decades ago when we put charges against him. We're not going to allow Roman to be extradited. Sure, it's like it's sad that his wife, Sharon Tate, was killed. Don't get me wrong. It's sad, especially the fact she was 8 months pregnant at the time, but that's the whole Manson thing. And it was very sad. But that doesn't give him the excuse. And I love this defense on this one. I didn't do anything with that 13-year-old nude girl. I was just taking her pictures in my jacuzzi. Naked. That isn't really working for you as a defense, Roman. Ugh. Yeah, the 90-minute thing. I think it's already made, shot, and done, ain't it? Oh, well. So once again, if you see a singer named Megan Maroney, Try not to laugh too hard when you just remove a couple letters and you've got mega moron. I'm sorry, that's going to be cannon fodder later down the line. I already know it. I just could not unsee it after I saw it. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. But not that I don't even know this person. I'm just saying you might have wanted to have chosen a better name if you were going on stage. But I got to get inside now, so please be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy your weekends. We will see you all again on Monday. And just remember, as I said before, and I'll say this again, just one more time, be kind, be calm, and be safe. Okay? Take care, everybody.